Yes, today class is the porifera classification. See, first of all, porifera classification. So, what is the porifera? See, porifera, a phylum within the kingdom Animalia, is commonly referred to as the sponges. The sponge or the poriferans are named from the Latin forus means for and the fere to peer. Believed that they are the simplest animals on the earth. Then because they have not true tissues, such as muscles, nerves, and internal organs. So many scientists who study these animals separated them from other and metazoans to phylum of the Parazoa branch of kingdom Animalia. See, this is the introduction and definition of porifera. See, definition of porifera. The porifera may be characterized as a sedentary, aquatic, mostly marine, solitary or colonial and radially symmetrical or asymmetrical animals. Here, and these poriferans completely multicellular organisms, but without the definite organ systems. Here, a mouth and nose tissues with a force canals and chambers through which a water current canal flows. See, examples is there. What are the examples here? The four types of examples is there. This is the Leucoselenia and the Spongia and the Euplectilla and the Scypha. This is the examples of porifera. Here, then another example is there, Axonella and Desmiles. See, what is the general characters of poriferans? Very simple, porifera are aquatic, mostly marine animals. What are they? The poriferans are aquatic. All poriferans in aquatic animals, mostly these animals in the living and marine aquatic areas. Say another point is that they are the solitary colonial animals. Then third point is that the body is radially symmetrical and asymmetrical and the multicellular animals. The body is the symmetrical and asymmetrical and also multicellular animals. See here the body bears a lot of pores. Here the each and every porifera organisms they have the lot of pores, which called the pores which called as and ostia, like called name is the ostia. See, and this the poriferans body shape is cylindrical shape and the branching and vase-like or globular. They have no definite organ systems like as mouth and the nose tissue. Then this respiration occurs through the osculum or oscula with the current of water. Very simply, the ostia or osculum is the present on the body, and this respiration in between osteophores and the water, in between water and the oscula. Then this another point is that then the reproduction. Then here the reproduction basically two types of that. This is the first one is the asexual reproduction and second one is the sexual reproduction. Here the sexual reproduction by the formation of birds and the gemmules. Very clear. Asexual reproduction is the formation by and the birds and the gemmules. And the other sexual reproduction is there. This is means of the ova and sperms. And the fertilization is the internal and cleavage holoblastic. What is the fertilization is internal and cleavage holoblastic. Clear. Then this classification of porifera. Here the porifera classify up to 3 classes. How many classes? 3 classes. What are they? The first one on base of these 3 classes depend on the base of skeletons. Base of skeleton. Here the first type 1 is the class 1 is the calcarea. First one is the calcarea, and this have a skeleton of the separate and calcareous spicules, and here the monaxen or tetraxen skeletons. Here second point is there. This is the solitary or colonial. Second one is the solitary or colonial, and third one is the body shape is the face like the cylindrical. Body shape is the base or the like cylindrical. And another point is there, the canal system is the asconoid, cycloid, and leucoid canal system. How many canal system here? Three types of canal system. What are they? Asconoid canal system, cycloid canal system, or the leucoid canal system. Then here the class 2 and exactinelida. Class 2 is the exactinelida. Class 1 is the exactinelida. Very clear. Then shall we discuss about exactinelida? Here the called glass sponges. In the include of the exactinelida, completely glass sponges is included in the exactinelida. And here the body shape is cylindrical or the funnel. The cylindrical or the funnel, and no epidermal epithelium, and the coinocytes line finger shaped. Example, hyalonema is the coinocytes line finger shaped. Then example is the hyalonema. Clear. And class 3 is the demospongia. Then here the large sized solitary or colonial, and the skeleton may be the sponge in fiber, and the colonial system is a lichen type. Example, Ascarella. Very clear. Once again, class 3 demospongia. This demospongia organisms completely, the shape is a very large, and the body is the solitary or colonial, and the skeleton is a maybe a skeleton with formation just only be sponge in fiber, and the canal system lichen type, and the example is Ascarella. Very clear. Okay, what is the representative of porifera? Very clear. The cycon and systematic position. The phylum is the porifera, and the class is the Calcarea, and order is the Heterocella and Heterocella, and the family is Cystidae, and genus is Scypha. Clear. There are some types of sponges. Here the actually some Leucoselenia and Spongia and Euplectella, Scypha, all this. What is the very simple, for example, general characters of the four bearing the asymmetrical or the symmetrical, and skeleton is consists of the calcareous spicules, canal system, cycloid type, and habits and the habitats. Very simply, the Scypha formerly and the called cycon or the and Grantia is widely and distributed with the numerous species. It is a small marine sponge found permanently attached to submerged rocks and other the solid substratum in shallow waters near the coast, and just below the low tide mark it is the branching colonial sponge, and through the solitary individuals are also found. Very clear. And here the canal system of sponges, three types of canal system of sponges. What are they? Just before, a few minutes before, shall we discuss about how many types of canal system? Here the three types of canal system. What are they? The first, asconoid canal system. See, shall we discuss about asconoid canal system? This is the simplest and the radially symmetrical and vase-like body, and body wall the composed of an outer and inner epithelium with a mesenchyme. Here the mesenchyme contains the skeletal spicules. The wall is perforated by the numerous and microscopic aperture which called as the ostia. And each pore is the intracellular and water current implied and by the flagella of the coinocytes passes through the incurrent force into the spongiocele and out through the osculum.